Alright. We got Butt Franklin. Okay, sure. Butt Franklin, you wrote Emperor Penguin Tube Mommas. Okay, Emperor Penguins. I think we had one SCP that was connected to the penguins before. Maybe. It was about an island full of penguins. It was like hard to escape from. Oh Jesus! Look at that. I say that as you guys don't see it at all, but look at these penguins. Look at them. Penguins are cute. They're adorable. Have you guys seen that one TikTok of the guy who works at a zoo and then he's just like walking? There's like this small little penguin just like running after him and then walking down the stairs with him and all that. Oh, animals, man. Animals are just too sweet. We should be really taking care of animals a lot better than we are. Like I don't understand how. Like I understand that we love meat and all that stuff, and we want to have bacon, we want to have burgers, we want to have sausages and all that stuff. I understand. I eat meat as well. I try to eat less and less over time. But I gotta say, man, how are we as humans not looking at animals and be like, protect them? No matter the size, no matter the kind, just looking at animals and be like, protect them. Now with fucking parasites or it's like worms and insects, I can understand to be like a little bit like, ugh. I'm saying that because there's a lot of there's that one worm that's that fucking spits out that fucking net out. That thing grosses me out, and botflies can fucking perish. Botflies and mosquitoes are two insects that I wish I had some sort of defense mechanism built into my body. If ever one of those things come close to me, they just fucking explode. I haven't had to deal with botflies ever, thank God. But if I ever had to, I probably sincerely in that very moment wish that I could just exterminate every single one of them. All right, but now the Emperor's Penguin Tube Mommas, Object Class Euclid, Special Containment Procedures. The containment protocol for SCP-2296 is focused on minimizing the chance of civilian discovery and consists of three main strands. First, popularizing paths from trans-Antarctic treks that avoid emperor penguin breeding grounds such as the Rhone Ice Shelf and Ross Ice Shelf route. That's going to be tough to explain, okay? Second, holding exclusive rights to wildlife filming in the Antarctic through a foundation holding company with the cover story that no other media company is able to adhere to stringent environmental regulations concerning commercial activities in the Antarctic. While they have to really go full force, was trying to convince nobody to ever go to the Antarctic anymore. Third, authoring all academic papers on emperor penguin biology, preventing any academic group from observing emperor penguin populations, also under the guise of stringent environmental regulations. The foundation is not to prevent emperor penguins from accessing SCP-2296. And here we have artificially exposed instance of SCP-2296. I see something in the middle. What is that? Some sort of weird, mushroom thing. I'm not sure if it's it must be the tube. Okay, must be the tube that the title has mentioned. Description: SCP-2296 is a phenomenon observed in the Antarctic, breeding grounds of the emperor penguin, Aptenodytes forsteri. How many, now that I think about it, how many Latin names for animals do we have? Are some of the Latin names were they invented later? You know what I mean? I mentioned some animals were only discovered recently. Do they have Latin names? And if so, who comes up with that? SCP-2296 is also observed within relevant SCP-2720 iterations. SCP-2296 is active during the June-July period in which male emperor penguins incubate eggs while females remain at the seed to feed. Uniquely among penguins, emperor males take sole responsibility for incubation, which involves balancing the egg on top of their feet for an unbroken period of 64 days. Nintendo 64. In this time, males frequently form tight huddles of 10 to several thousands of individuals, a behavioral adaptation to survive conditions that can reach minus 50 degrees Celsius within 200 kilometers with 200 kilometer per hour winds, and go without feeding from the sea for a mean of 115 days. That is a lot of days of not eating. This time includes the 100 to 160 kilometer journey from shore to breeding grounds, the periods of courtship, and the 64-day egg incubation. That is, wow. SCP-2296 is observed in these huddles. Once the huddle has been active for at least 12 minutes, pink, dimpled tubes made from polyethylene and collagen are extruded from the ground over a period of 20 seconds. SCP-2296 tubes are 89 plus minus 12 centimeters tall, with diameter of 21 centimeters. As adult emperor penguins measure 110 to 130 centimeters in height, SCP-2296 tubes are typically not visible from outside the huddle. Yeah, because they're basically below. There will be chest area height for the penguins. The tube's interior are hollow and contain a gelatinous mixture of protein, fat, and water that is continually replenished from an unknown source. Don't like that. In addition, 16 radially arranged nozzles point perpendicularly from the exposed end of SCP-2296 tubes. The nozzles are 13 centimeters long with rounded rectangular openings measuring 6.4 centimeters times 3.2 centimeters and constantly produce streams of warm air heated to 20 to 28 degrees Celsius. Several huddles containing hidden instances of SCP-2296 can be observed at the top of the image. Can we actually see them, or is that... Yeah, I don't think we can see the SCP. SCP-2296 tubes manifest at random position at least 1.7 meters from the edge of the huddle and at least 2.5 meters away from any other instance. Emperor penguins males then take turns feeding from the protein fat mixture within the tube and warming themselves on the heated streams of air, moving away to the edge of the huddle once they are sated. When the huddle separates, SCP-2296 instances retract into the ground within 4 seconds, secreting dense ice from the hollow interior to fill any channels left by the movement. Okay, I'm a little bit... So far it sounds like the tubes are literally just feeding the males and giving them warmth. And then once they leave, that's when they disappear as well. The source of the tubes themselves is unknown. Attempts to dig out SCP-2296 instances cause the tubes to instantly retract into the ground to an unknown depth. Furthermore, I almost sounds like a monster that's like you know, really deep down feeding them. But yeah, who knows? Furthermore, no underground infrastructure of any kind has been detected in emperor penguin breeding grounds. One test of SCP-2296 deprivation on emperor penguin population has been conducted. After 10 days without access to SCP-2296, 341 of 1,200 males in the deprived group of the Franklin Island colony expired. Okay. This also resulted in the loss of all eggs incubated by deceased male. What? The eggs are gone too. What happened to the eggs? Deceased males display signs of both hypothermia and malnutrition. Furthermore, all penguins display listless behavior during SCP-2296 deprivation, with significant reduction in self-directed movement and social vocalization. The Ethics Committee had forbidden further tests on SCP-2296, deprivation on emperor penguins, as well as containment procedures that would prevent emperor penguins from accessing SCP-2296. And here we have apathy in penguins deprived of SCP-2296. So it's supposed to be like, oh, they're not so close behind. So this is supposed to be like them like, oh, like, yeah, these guys are away, so there's like, because they don't have any, they don't get 2296 nutritions. Wait a minute, guys. Damn it. Okay. SCP-2296 instances also produce a secondary anomalous effect designated -A. -A takes the form of a repeated thought-feel message directed to a sentient minds within 1.5 meters. To date, SCP-A transmission has only been firmly verified to human minds, although behavioral observations of expeditions-led dogs suggest that non-sapiens such as emperor penguins are similarly affected. Human subjects experiencing -A report difficulties in providing an exact transcription of the message, which is largely emotive rather than lexical. However, feelings of comfort and contentment are consistently described. In particular, subjects note a greater sense of peace with the harsh environmental conditions of the area. Lack of exposure to this message is believed to have caused the listlessness in emperor males during SCP-2296 separation experiments. The phrase is most frequently found in -A transcriptions are given below. Here we go. You are important. You're doing a great job. Keep going. I'm proud of you. Let me read the -A thing again. Thought, feel message to direct to send. Okay, interesting. So -A must be like, okay. So this, I wonder if the penguins also feel that. They also hear that voice and go like, I am important. Interesting. So that at the end, they probably just want to keep everybody away from the Antarctica, because you don't want people to see those tubes coming out. Antarctic seems to have some weird tube bees feeding penguins, but it also seems to have their best interest in mind. Well, don't let it get out of hand. Otherwise, the penguins are dependent on it. There we go. What about the why? Like do they? What if a female penguin was to try to eat from the tube? Would the tube just be like, no, you can't have that. This is only for the guys. This is only for the boys. You know what I mean? Like, how would that go? Would that tube just vanish, or would it just be like, yeah, oh here you go, eat. You need it. You have been traveling. You've been hunting. You need it. You need food for yourself. Fully understandable.